Right, so in this lesson we're going to be talking about building the funnels. So you've written the copy, this is going to be for e-commerce, so you've written like a sales page or a listicle or an advertorial. And now the reason I'm going to keep this short is because most brands won't actually expect you to take over the design part. Some of them will, that's why I'm doing this, but a lot of these brands have got their own in-house designers, they've got teams that will do this, they just want the copy because the copy's kind of the hard part. But if they do want you to do it, most brands are going to use Replo. So it's Replo app, and this integrates really well with Shopify. And the great thing about this is they have amazing templates. Templates that are so easy to edit that this lesson is going to be like 5 minutes long, right? And that is because, like, I've got a listicle here that we've written for our other brand. Now, I'm not actually going to design the full page for you because this isn't a fucking Replo course, but all you're going to do is go in and choose a listicle that you like. You can keep it simple, you can use something like this, the Javi one, or you can use one of these ones. For this example, I'm going to use this. So we're going to duplicate this. Then all you need to do is come in and basically edit this. So you replace their logo with your logo. You replace this background image with the background image that you want. We're going to come in here and then we're going to replace this with our headline. And it is literally just a case of copy paste. So obviously you need to know you're going to come in and going to change these parts. Where is it? Why isn't that changing that? There we go. So you're just going to basically change all of the parts, you're going to add in your stuff here. You do not need to be a professional designer to be able to do this, you just need to replace stuff. Because we're not going to be replacing the layout, you're going to replace this with an image of your product. What we're going to put in here, your current sleep solution. So we might need to cut some of this copy down. Like you would have done that previously coming into this. But you come in, put that in there. And then you can obviously change the fonts to whatever fonts you want. And you're basically just coming in and plugging all of this copy into this. And that's pretty much all you need to do. What I would do is I would always pick one that has like a really solid offer section as well. After doing this for a while, you'll understand how to actually use this, but normally what I don't like to do is play about with the offer section. Normally I would keep it nice and simple, and you can also bring in components like, where are we? Like the offer sections, like product image grids. You can bring in like the product description, and that's actually going to pull it in from a product that's connected to their Shopify. And that is basically all you need to do. So that's like the listicle one. If I've got an advertorial that's currently being written, so let's say we've got this, the advertorials are actually even easier. The only thing that you need to do is get good images for your advertorial. And again, we've got some really good templates here that you can use. So when I'm doing these, I typically like to use this one or this one. This one, not bad. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this for this example. But again, you just need to come in and just replace everything with your stuff. You're going to replace your copy. And what I like to do as well, so you've also got I also like to edit it, because these edit like on their own. If you put something in here, it doesn't necessarily change it on here, so you need to edit them like both at the same time. But remember that you want to optimize for mobile, because that's where most of the traffic is going to come through. And then all you're doing again is pasting your copy in here into here. And that's essentially all you need to do. And once that brand has connected their Replo up to this, you're going to hit publish. Obviously on the buy now buttons, I should show you this. So this has got the configurations and the interactions. Where are we? So yeah, we can set it to go to the cart, or we can set it to go back to their product page. It depends what you want to do. If this is attached to an actual product, you can send them straight to checkout. It just depends what you want to do. But at that point, yeah, it's so easy. You're literally just copy and pasting all your copy in here and replacing images. I typically don't fuck around with the layout, because if you start fucking around with the layout, it can really mess up how it looks. So what you want to try and do is fit your copy into here. Now what you can do is you can duplicate blocks. So I can duplicate a block if I've got longer copy, you can do that. Or you can duplicate entire containers. And just look here, it's like many other like website builders where you've got containers that are inside each other, so just watch out for that, because you can really mess up the layout. But I always try and, like I said, don't fuck around with the layout, just replace the copy and replace the images, replace the colours, and then you have a fully done advertorial as if you're a professional designer. That's the way that I always do it. if they don't want to use templates, you can go into Upwork or Fiverr and get someone to design a Replo landing page for you. Normally, you can get someone to do it for like $150, $200. Obviously, that's just dependent on how much you've actually charged for this funnel. But that's it for ecom. There's obviously, you can come in and you can look at, they've got so many of these templates that you can't really go wrong. And this is what I suggest you do. You just use the landing pages that are already here for you. Some of these can get really complicated, like these are more for like replacing product pages, some of these landing pages, but you can get them where they are like more like sales pages, which you're going to be writing. Like, I'll try and find an example. That's PDP, that's landing page. Yeah, you'll be able to find them in there, but typically what I like to do is choose a template and then just replace everything on it. Most of the time now, I will just hire a designer because I don't even want to do this part. We've got templates, so I hire a designer and I get the designer to put it in. But if you do need to do it yourself, just use Replo and use the templates. So that is it for ecom design.